Now, when you record, do you punch in, or you be going 16 bars straight, or what?
Hell yeah, I punch it.
Okay.
See, the way I do it, like, sometimes you might want to capture that whole moment. So, like, no punch-ins, you know, and you just go. But then sometimes you like in a perfectionist mode. I think that's what I do a lot. So even though I can keep it up, like I might go line for line or 2 lines and like really listen to it and make sure it sounds perfect and then come in with that next bar. So when I punch in, it's not for the sake of like I messed up, so let me go again. It's really just me perfecting each line.
Floating below with no motion control, just the will of my soul. When you hearing me flow, like the ocean and wind, I'm at home with the pen, blowing smoke from a spliff, writing stories again. Uncut gems, floating below with no motion control, just the will of my soul. When you hearing me flow, like the ocean and wind, I'm at home with the pen, blowing smoke from a spliff, writing stories again. Hey yo, straight wildin', stranded on the same island, where Nas snuck the Uzi in his army jacket lining. This big budget movie of life is quite violent. Nice souls turn ice cold, writing in silence I grow. Tan Carhartt jeans stitching, black coffee steam sipping. You're whack with all your 16s written. I need a comfortable place where I can sit and create the vision. Pounds of weed and plates of chicken, crowns for queens with sacred wisdom. Dancing naked, diamond anklet glisten while a cake is switching. You shiesty like the reverend, that nigga been pimpin'. I been revving a Benz engine. Rock solid, but I'm not brolic. Sisters love me cause I'm hood, but I got knowledge. Other niggas not honest. Hard-headed, all about dollars. Abducted by the drug game, but addicted to the love of fame. I've been a fool, fell, rose from the dead. Christ holy from lead, God chose me instead. We broke bread when I was mad hungry at the Last Supper. Stash guns just in case Judas man comes. Floating below with no motion control, just the will of my soul. When you hearing me flow, like the ocean and wind, I'm at home with the pen, blowing smoke from a spliff, writing stories again. Uncut gems, floating below with no motion control, just the will of my soul. When you hearing me flow, like the ocean and wind, I'm at home with the pen, blowing smoke from a spliff, writing stories again. Uncut gems. I love the art, fuck the politics and nonsense. This from the heart, only target where my darts hit. Conscious, fitted to death like it's my funeral. Backpack full of gat raps that I can shoot at you. Spaced out, beautiful view, full moon, cold. The planet Earth is a swamp, blue lagoon. Semi-automatic bars through your platoon. Fire-breathing dragon god, sword in the stone. Titans attack when I'm writing my raps. Poems collapse, coliseums and crack cold. The genius is back home. We're keeping the fam strong, and that's all. Traceable to the crucible of past stories of war. We had warriors fall for glory in badges of honor through the sadness and horror. Life was written in between the sheets, spaces in between the beats, faces that I see in the streets of all places complete my pages. Below with no motion control, just the will of my soul. When you hearing me flow, like the ocean and wind, I'm at home with the pen, blowing smoke from a spliff, writing stories again. Uncut gems, floating below with no motion control, just the will of my soul. When you hearing me flow, like the ocean and wind, I'm at home with the pen, blowing smoke from a spliff, writing stories again. Uncut gems. Shadow master, iconoclast, gat clapper, black magic, only if it's that tragic. I'm getting back to the original core of what existed before. Whether spherical or flat planet, massive is damage, scattered sporadically. Sitting back, twist a branch, then reconfigure the shattered pieces. Keep delivering, that's the least I could do. She could be bougie, bad enough to be in the movie. Artemis, extra virgin olive oil for the proper dish. Don't force the issue to a shot in your flesh. I'm working with you, if you got it, I'll spend. Help you support the business. Expand like vocabulary when I wrote a sentence. Superb, effortless words I don't edit and serve with no credit to murder your whole lineage. I usually feel it right on sight, so rarely do I ignore my spirit guide's advice. I listen. Amplifier for your amplifier. Various brawls, mini jaws I had to wire. Electricity, living the electric city with no liberty, still clever and witty for real. Floating below with no motion control, just the will of my soul. When you hearing me flow, like the ocean and wind, I'm at home with the pen, blowing smoke from a spliff, writing stories again. Uncut gems, floating below with no motion control, just the will of my soul. When you hearing me flow, like the ocean and wind, I'm at home with the pen, blowing smoke from a spliff, writing stories again. Uncut gems. Hey yo, it's always the coolest niggas, man. R.I.P. Louis Z. Representing paradise, my nigga. My nigga Tito. A. State. Love you, my nigga. One.